Today's 5-minute thought that I have been thinking about is how difficult it is to accept change. Changes happen all the time. Sometimes we want changes to happen, and other times things change and we don't like it. It's out of our control, but we have to move through it anyway. And quite often when we put the resistance up to the change itself, it can essentially make it harder. But by accepting things that change around you, it doesn't mean that that has to be forever, and it doesn't even mean that you have to like it. It just means that you're exploring sitting with it rather than really holding on. And I have found change difficult a lot recently, even when I've realised that I've changed as a person, and in turn things around me have become a bit more different and not quite the same as it once was. And there are ups and downs to all of this, but it doesn't mean that we should resist the changes that we face or that we come across, because by doing so, I think, and putting that resistance up, we don't really give ourselves the space to grow either. And growth comes from change, essentially. And rightly or wrongly, I'm a strong believer in whatever is meant for you won't pass you by. So by accepting the changes that do come up in our lives and around us, it's probably somewhere along the line trying to teach us something, whether it feels like it's benefiting us now. And that may seem really difficult to get your head around, and sometimes I really struggle with certain things myself, and I just think, why has this changed? Or why am I not able to have a comfortable situation that I was in before? Or why now do I feel a certain way about this thing or that thing or whatever it is? But by accepting changes, we do honestly open ourselves up new doors, new adventures, and sometimes you go full circle and end up back at the same place, but you just need to have a few life lessons along the way. But it's really difficult as well, because having children, I notice they're changing a lot as well. So growing up as a parent, I find it really difficult accepting that my role as a parent has changed. So it's difficult to sometimes not be needed in the way that you once were, but equally it's nice to have that freedom aspect. But it doesn't make the change just straightforward, because we're so used to having sort of habitual patterns and having routines, and then life can be flipped upside down and things change. But embracing this truly does give you so much, and that's why I'm so passionate about mindfulness, because each and every time I struggle with a change, I come back to the moment, try and connect with my breath even for a minute, and then I just start to feel that tiny sense of calm, even if it's just for a minute. And then I think, okay, well, this change has happened and I am where I am, so the best possible thing to do is just kind of be present with what's here today and not get too caught up on where the future may lead me or what could I have done differently in the past. And parenting as well is tough with the changes that we have to go through, I feel. And again, it's just about embracing those changes as well, and just being present the best you can so that you can see what's right in front of you today and enjoy it, really. So I don't know if you feel change is always a positive, or if sometimes those negative changes do creep in, but there's always usually a hidden message in what's happening. And when we stop, we're just present enough to see that and hopefully grab hold of whatever it is that is meant for us right in front of our eyes. So don't always resist change. Sometimes you just need to stop and have a little look at what's really going on, and try and accept all those changes and keep smiling and moving forward.